Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 18 of Crusader Kings 2. We are currently in a war with what is left of Wales over here now. We'll only probably really get to take one province or one county from doing this. I keep calling them provinces because I'm so used to playing EU4. We'll probably only get to take one county from doing this, but you know, it's enough. Taking things one county at a time, it does help because it makes it more likely that we can usurp titles and form our own duchies and stuff like that. So we've got 100% war score over here. There's no point in stretching the war out any further, so we're instantly going to go and offer peace, and you know, what do you know, we get ourselves a brand new little province there. We do have a title loss on succession. The county of Shrewsbury would go to someone else. So this is Shrewsbury. This is currently ours. Now the reason it would go to somebody else is because even though this is de facto part of England, I think it's de jure part of... yes, it's part of Paris. So it's de jure part of the Petty Kingdom of Paris, and Paris is de jure part of the Kingdom of Wales. So because it's actually... because it's de jure part of the Kingdom of Wales, it follows the Crown Law of Wales, not the Crown Law of England. So the Crown Law of England is elective. The Crown Law of Wales is just going to be... sorry, the Crown Law of Wales is just going to be normal gavelkind, which is the reason why there'd be title loss on succession. We could go ahead here and usurp the title and create the duchy. But we don't really need to. We'd be spending a lot of gold to do that. And to be honest, there's only one province left in the duchy that we don't have, which we could go and take by force later on if we wanted to. We're not at war anymore. I would like to go ahead and... actually, who would that go to in the event of my death? It would go to my son, who is not currently the person that we are voting for. Are we not voting for him? So that is Offa. Who are we currently voting for? We are voting for Offa, so it wouldn't be a title loss on succession. Following titles will be lost on succession. The County of Shrewsbury. There's the County of Shrewsbury. It's currently mine. But it wouldn't go to my heir. It would go to... oh, it doesn't matter. If we lose it, we take it back. If we lose it, we take it back. Right, so... can we... yeah, we can usurp the Petty Kingdom of Galloway. Or Powys. Oh, it's the High Chiefdom. So who is currently controlling this? Why would we want to usurp it? Are you not part of us? Your heir... this gets a little bit confusing. So, you're all part of England. This is where it starts to get really confusing in this game. Let's have a look at the de jure duchies. So, you guys are all counts under this liege. Well, that's fine. You're all still part of England. It's this thing we want here. We can't declare war because we have our levies raised. Let's go ahead, first of all, before we do anything else. Let's go ahead and dismiss vassal levies. That'll give them some time to recover. We need to start taking some other stuff. So we want to go ahead and be able to take this place up here. So we can declare war. What have we got down here then? This is another one of our sons. 70% chance he becomes kind, 30% chance he becomes just. Well, we don't want him to become arbitrary, so let's go ahead and go for that one. He was already kind, but he didn't get just, unfortunately. So, let's go back over here and do what I was planning to do, is try and declare war. Oh, we still have that truce, don't we? When's that going to be up? 8:29. Oh, quite a while away yet, so we can't really worry about that one. Just going to go around and have a look if there's anywhere that I can declare war on. Still not too sure why I would want to usurp that title. That one makes sense because there's obviously someone still holds that title. So who holds the High Chiefdom of Galloway? Because it is hold a domain. High Chief, where are you? So this guy still holds that all. Okay, well let's do this anyway then. We want to usurp this title. We will usurp it. Cost us some gold, gain us some prestige. There we go. Now we have a little bit too much land. Because we've gained... We are... Oh no, we're not over our domain limit. But we've got vassal inheritance warning here. So... What's going on here? There are vassals with worrisome lines of succession. On death, their titles might pass from your realm. So, you're the count here. But your heir... Yeah, so we need to revoke that title from you, really, don't we? Now, what kind of holding is this? It is a tribal holding. We need to revoke your title. He'll say yes. Okay, now this is going to cause a lot of problems because first of all we've got the wrong type of holding in domain because we are now currently holding a tribe, which we can't do. We can upgrade it to a castle, apparently. And obviously our domain is also too big. So how do we upgrade this to a castle? I can upgrade the barony to a proper castle if it is the county capital and the county is big enough. City and temple holdings will also be created if they don't already exist. So it'll be upgraded to a castle. So let's go ahead and do that. So that now becomes a castle. I don't necessarily want it to be my holding because my domain is too big. Still says I've got the wrong type of holding in a domain. I think that's actually gone now. We'll double check. Oh, it's because I'm actually controlling the city. So we'll just right click on that and create a new vassal. That will get rid of that. But now our domain is too big. Well, we don't really want this up here. What other duchies can we create? We've got Dork, the Duchy of Dork. We've got York, Kent, and Lothian. Who's controlling all of these? You're all sort of heirs of the Duke of Northumbria up here. Let's go ahead and give this to somebody. Maybe we'll go ahead and give this to a family member. So, let's see if we can find a member of our family. That was completely the wrong button. I have no idea what I went and pressed there. Find characters. It's a completely different key. So we want to search the realm. We want to look for any men who are not in prison. It doesn't matter if they're married. We don't want them to be a ruler. And we want them to be... how did I put this in? Are they just under voltage? Yeah, so we want any sort of... The Marshal of Essex... You're the Marshal of Essex and the heir to the Duchy of Essex, and you are our nephew. You're unlanded. You are our oldest son. You are the Prince of England. You are gregarious. You're not too bad, actually, in terms of your stats. Who's actually... Oh, we'll sort that out. I think he's the best one to... Thursital, I think, is the best one to give it to. Now, are you the one that we are training? Yes, you are. We'd like to get someone else to train you up. Maybe someone who has a good military education. Well, our marshal's always done good for us. You train him up as well. But then we are going to give him this title. Which means I've got to go and find him again now, haven't I? So, I have given him to you. You're looking after him. Grant landed title, and that is Stratheron. Okay. So that's fine, we're under our domain limit. We don't have a problem anymore with having the wrong type of holdings in the domain. We've got some hostile sieges going on because Vikings are annoying. So let's go down there and stomp those again. Let's make sure we've actually got some people on this army. Hopefully we'll get our CB against Cornwall soon. Vassal levies are doing good. The retinue's still getting bigger, which is always going to be nice. We've lost an advisor, which is our marshal. Oh, has he actually popped his clogs? Yes, he has. So we've got this guy now, who is not too great. So what I want to do is take his title from him. I'm going to revoke your title. You're not having Worcester anymore. That is mine. He'll give it up, but he'll be pissed off forever, but who cares? Okay, so that's now mine. Now, my domain is too big, so I need to give something away. We want to keep that. Shrewsbury we don't really need. We could give that to... Do we want to give it to you? You're just a Count of Derby. Now let's have a look at the de jure duchies again. So you are part of Lancaster. Guess we could give it to this guy, or we could create it and give it to another family member and make them a duke. That's never a bad idea. Okay, so we need to get a new marshal. We'll actually take the Duke of Northumbria. Why not? You've got a nice high marshal score. Now, we could go ahead and just steal this entire duchy. But it would be nice to give something away. What about Dover? We could give Dover away. Do we have... What duchy is this down here? Can never remember. That's the Duchy of Kent. We could go ahead and create the Duchy of Kent. Can't quite afford it yet. So we are over our domain limit. Who would we like to make the Duchy of Kent? Let's go ahead and find another family member. So we've got our nephew. Or we've got another son here. So let's go ahead and grant you a landed title. We'll go ahead and give you Kent. And then that means later on we can give him the entire duchy. When we can create the duchy. So we're going to start burying a lot of our counts below dukes. And we're going to try and make it so as many of those dukes as possible are relatives and family members. It just helps to make sure that during deaths things stay within the dynasty. And obviously it's easier to keep your vassals happy when they are members of your family. So we've got our new marshal. Well, we can't use our new marshal at the moment because our new marshal is currently leading troops. He's still part of the retinue down here. So we're going to see if we can keep getting rid of these raiders. Most of the time when you're being raided by Vikings, it isn't the end of the world because they don't usually have enough men to actually siege down any of your holdings. Sometimes they can, sometimes they do have enough men to siege down, but they're mainly just stealing money from the realm, which we don't really want to happen. Let's get you up there. You are definitely our best military leader, but we just need... Well, I'm not going to lead. You can go in the middle. We'll put somebody else on the flank, and then that means you can go back to... Well, we could just do some research in military tech. We'll do that for a while. We don't really need to boost up the number of troops. I think we are doing fine there. We're going to need to get a bit more money. Obviously, we are reinforcing this retinue. That's costing us a little bit. We do need to make sure we get enough so that we can form the Duchy of Kent as well. We're not doing terrible in terms of taxes. We are actually making some decent money. Can we enact any more laws? I think... Is it centralisation? There is one that stops them fighting amongst themselves. Maybe it's Crown Authority. Yeah, vassals can no longer fight each other. We cannot change another Crown law in the Kingdom of England, so we need to wait until we die off and our heir takes over. Anything else that we'd like to bump up here? We could try and put up some feudal taxation. Get some tax from our... Let's go ahead and do that, actually. We've got massive opinion with all of our dukes. Well, at least most of them. But let's go ahead and, you know, take a 10 opinion hit to get some money from them. You are the Duke of Lancaster. You don't particularly like me at the moment. Can we grant you an honorary title? Yeah, we can. We can only make you the regent. And where are you? You are up here. The Duke of Lancaster. What do you control? They've approved that. Okay, we should get quite a bit more money coming in now. Because we'll actually be getting some tax coming in from... words. We'll actually be getting some tax coming in now from our feudal vassals. I always forget where the button is for this. So, feudal tax is now an extra 15 ducats. So, I think that's per year. But that's quite a bit of extra money to be coming in. Yeah, yearly total. So getting an extra 15 ducats per year, which is, you know, it's an extra 1 ducat per month, isn't it? It's not terrible. We want to create the Duchy of Kent. How much was that going to cost us? 100 gold. So we'll create the Duchy of Kent. And then we want to go to our nephew and grant landed title, and you are going to be the Duke of Kent. Include lower titles, off you go. So, sorted. We lose our Chancellor once again. You're actually not bad. Unfortunately, you don't really like us because you're some sort of random person, but we'll take you anyway. You're actually the wrong religious group. You want to get married. Can probably arrange that for you. Who do you want to get married to? Does it really matter? You get married to our courtier. She wants to get married as well. How about one of these days it lets me click on the right button? How about you get married to her? There you go. Maybe he'll like me a little bit more now. I doubt it. Yeah, he still doesn't like me all that much. I don't care really. You're going to go and fabricate claims in Cornwall. What's your percentage chance? Because you're not bad. Chancellor. 16%. Well, it's not brilliant, but you might manage to pull it off. Obviously, there's bits and pieces getting sieged out all over the place. You know, we need to make sure that we get Wales. How far are we from being able to create the empire? We need 80%, and we currently control 58. So we've got a fair few more provinces that we need. Okay, so my wife asked me to get rid of one of my courtiers who she finds mighty annoying. On one hand, she might not be happy if I refuse her request, but if I fire the annoying man, many people will feel that my wife has too much influence over my actions. So we can either get an improved opinion of her, but then a duke. Oh, he's my spy master. I want to keep him around. He's got a good opinion of me. We don't care if her opinion changes of us. As misogynistic as it sounds, you know, in this game, which mechanics do emulate how it used to be back in feudal times, the opinion of the man is more important than the opinion of the woman. You know, most of the women were around just to make babies and cook food and used to form alliances. We definitely want to keep our spy master happier than we need to keep the wife, so that's what we are going to do. The penalty for having levies raised too long is almost completely gone. I do want to start some more wars, but we don't have a huge amount of stuff that we can do right now. It is nice that we now hold all of these holdings, so we control all of the holdings directly within the capital duchy, which means that our personal levies now almost 2,500 men. So we've got a decent sized personal levy. Still, it's nowhere near as big as our vassals in total, but bear in mind we've also got another almost 800 men from the retinues, which I think is not quite at cap yet. The retinue is down a few archers, so we've still got about another 28 archers that we are short of, so we'll be up to the cap in the not too distant future. Still not doing a very good job of this whole amassing wealth thing. I could change my focus. I haven't changed my focus for quite some time now. It might be worth going into diplomacy or something like that. We have a fair few children. Getting another one or two wouldn't be a terrible idea. Although our wife is probably too old now. Yeah, she's 55, so the wife is too old to bear children. We could go for something like stewardship, though. And that could certainly help. It certainly increase the money that we're having. We'll wait until the current event cycle for the hunt is finished. Bear in mind, of course, having the hunting thing, because we are a hunter, it does give us that extra 2 martial, 1 diplomacy, and I think we also get 1 extra health. We don't have the hunting dog anymore. So yeah, maybe we should switch over. This time it will not escape me. Yeah, I've heard that before. It didn't work last time, and or the time before, or the 15, 16 attempts before that. We're probably not going to get it this time around either. But I guess that's probably something that we will find out on another video, or we'll find out right now, and once again we lose 20 prestige, so maybe it is time to switch over. But again, that we will definitely do on another video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you're still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. Remember, if you have enjoyed the video, consider leaving it a like, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you'd like to help support me and the channel, I do have a completely optional Patreon account, which you can find the link for in the description below. So thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye for now.